Welcome to Massive Late Fee. And now your hosts, Mark and Carol. Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Massive Late Fee. My name is Mark. With me as always is my wife Carol. How you doing today, Carol?
Hey, what's up?
Not much. It's been a good week here. It's July 16th, 2001.
It is. Is everybody enjoying their summer? I am.
Are you?
I love summer. It's my favorite.
Is it really?
Well, no, fall's my favorite.
I was
It's my
gonna say.
second favorite.
Autumn is my favorite as well.
Yeah. But yes, I am enjoying the sunshine and the warmth.
Yeah. And the bikinis and the pool and what else? I'm trying to think of other things that happened in this movie. Because there's bikinis and there's pools.
There are bikinis and pools.
And then there's also
Harvard.
Courtroom drama.
Right?
Yeah, this movie makes Harvard look more fabulous than it's ever looked, I think.
Fabulous.
We watched Legally Blonde. This is a bit of a difference from the movie we watched last week. The sequel to Scary Movie, which should have been called Scarier Movie. Because then they could have a sequel, Scariest Movie.
Yeah, I think the biggest difference is like this one had, a point and I liked it. It was funny. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all those things.
Yeah. So, Legally Blonde, Carol.
Mark.
Why don't you tell us about the movie?
All right, so we start out with Reese Witherspoon playing Elle Woods.
Yeah, so Reese Witherspoon, we've seen her in Fear. We've seen her in, I don't know, other things.
I don't know.
We saw her in Cruel Intentions.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Yeah, she was with the brunette girl.
What's going on?
Sorry about that. Nothing. My alarm clock was going off, and I had to turn it off. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, with the brunette girl. Her name is Selma Blair.
Yes. So they were in Cruel Intentions together. We just needed Buffy in here, and we would have, all the hotties from that movie.
Buffy would have been great in this.
Yeah, well, she's great in everything. But she is living in a sorority house and dating
Delta and Nu.
Yeah, dating a dude who looks like a real life Ken doll.
Warner.
Yeah, Warner was his last name. I don't know what his first name was.
His first name's Warner.
No.
Yes.
That's fucked up. Nobody's first name's Warner.
Well, this guy is. He's one of the fucking bottom tooth people. His parents are probably like, we're going to call you Warner. Yeah.
I guess. Ew. But yeah, so she is convinced that they're going to get engaged and spends the whole day shopping for a dress to be wearing when she gets proposed to. I mean, these are like rich people problems for sure. Right.
And then she's definitely comes from money.
Well, yeah. But we get our first hint that she's not a dumb blonde in that scene because
That's true.
The sales clerk tries to pass off a clearance dress as like brand new, and she catches her on her bullshit.
Mm-hmm. She's like, yeah, it's not brand new. I know because I read Cosmopolitan or whatever.
No, because she pays attention to things.
I didn't understand everything she was saying, but she knew that it was last year's dress or whatever.
Right. And she's a fat. Oh my God, are you okay?
Yes.
The microphone just like hit him in the head. Are you sure you don't have like a concussion? Because that is a huge microphone. We're having all the problems this morning.
This recording's cursed.
Because like you all don't know, but this is our second try at recording this too.
God, if they only knew how often we had to re-record to try to seem like we have banter.
Right. We have banter.
I know.
That was not why.
Or chemistry.
My psycho cat broke in and made noise and stuff. Anyway. So Warner picks her up for their date. And she thinks she's getting proposed to when she's actually getting broken up with.
Yeah, he takes her to Pomodorio or whatever, a nice restaurant to break up with her.
Okay, do you actually know the name of the restaurant, or are you just taking a stab in the dark here?
No, Pomodorio is the restaurant in that episode of Seinfeld.
But yeah, so she's all, depressed and shit. And he tells her the reason that he's breaking up with her, this is such fucked up bullshit, is because he wants to marry somebody like serious because he wants to be a senator by the time he's 30.
Sorry, everyone, for that feedback that probably broke your fucking ears. You weren't wearing your your headphones, so good for you on that one. But
I feel like maybe we should do them the favor of editing that piece out. But
maybe
yes.
I will.
Maybe you will.
Yeah. So he says, I need to marry a Jackie, not a Marilyn.
Yeah. She's like, what? So I'm too blonde?
My boobs are too big.
Right. She's like screaming this in the restaurant.
Yeah, she makes a scene in the restaurant, which she should. This guy, it's so funny. They should have got Casper Van Dien for this role. He kind of looks like Casper Van Dien.
I don't know who that is.
That's so he was in Starship Troopers, and he was that asshole on 90210. He played basically the same character on 90210. He was dating Donna, and he was like, let's fuck. And she's like, oh, I don't do that. And he's like, oh, well, then you're useless.
Yeah, I kind of remember that.
Remember, he seemed nice, and the mom like Donna's mom liked him and everything, but then that was his attitude.
Yeah, so he was really a villain because he wanted to have sex.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's okay. You make it sound, but like that's all he wanted.
I know, I get it.
But anyway, so he is at no point in this movie redeemable.
Yeah.
And at no point does he get redeemed.
Yeah, because I mean, like later on, he literally tries to like cheat on his girlfriend that he has. But anyway.
This is very much like a female empowerment movie. I think,
yeah.
Too.
Yeah, and that's why I love it.
All right.
So, she gets the idea though to go to law school because Warner's brother is marrying a law student, and she's like, "That's how he'll think I'm serious."
But it's funny because the woman that he's marrying is a Kensington, I think he said, or no, Kensington's the guy that gets killed. She's a something.
It was a rich person last name.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like, I've never heard of Kensington. God, it's one I would know if I heard it, and I can't think of it again.
It's not like Rothschild, but it's like one
something
of those.
like that. Yes.
But anyway, so like that's the reason. Like she comes from like a prominent family. That's why. But it says she's a student at Yale Law.
Yeah.
And then she's like, that's what she focuses on is the law part. The part she can change.
So she just decides to go from being a fashion major to graduating with a fashion marketing degree.
Well, she has a bachelor's degree in fashion.
Yeah,
marketing.
she's graduating from
CULA, I believe is what they call it, which doesn't exist because UCLA does, but I guess they couldn't use that, so they do CULA, which I guess is California University, Los Angeles.
Sure.
Which means, isn't California University the one they go to in 90210?
Maybe.
So I think these shows are linked.
Okay. So they'll see the cast of 90210.
She does mention that she grew up in Beverly Hills. I think.
Yes, she does.
I think this takes place in the same world as Beverly Hills 90210.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to think from now on.
That works for me. But that's why they didn't get Casper Van Dien, because he's a whole other person in this universe.
That's correct. Yeah, actually, good job casting people to get this fucking dick. You know what this movie reminded me of a little bit? And and I think it's another movie you like a lot. One of the first movies we did, or one of the earlier movies we did, Clueless.
Yeah.
This movie reminds me a lot of Clueless. As just different things were happening, I kept thinking like, oh yeah, this is kind of like Cher grown up.
Yeah, I can see that for sure.
And that's what it seems like a lot, because the character Elle Woods and Cher from Clueless, Cher Horowitz, are both they're both pretty blondes who buck the stereotype of just being empty-headed people.
Yeah.
And actually have like depth to them and everything. I would say Elle's probably smarter though than Cher. Cher's smart, like Cher's not dumb, but
Well, and they're both interested in the law because Cher's father is a lawyer,
Yeah.
and she's interested in becoming a lawyer as well, I believe.
Well, she's interested in having sex with
Her stepbrother.
Paul Rudd, her brother.
Stepbrother.
Whatever.
Anyway.
It's still weird.
If you say so.
But anyway, so yeah, she decides she's going to go to Harvard Law.
And, like, you don't just wake up and decide you're going to go to Harvard Law. Like, it makes absolutely no sense that this works, except that she's hot and it's all a bunch of men making the decisions, which is kind of disturbing.
Yep, that's how the world works, though.
She makes a video
A video essay.
and sends that in with her application, and they watch it. Like, is that even a thing that would happen in life where people make a video application for college?
I've only ever seen it in TV and movies, but based on that, I'll assume yes.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't make a video application or whatever video essay for admission, but I guess you could. I know that for, like, if you want to get into film school or if you want to apply to, like, some of the prestigious, even high schools, but some of the prestigious, like, performing arts schools and stuff like that, I know people will do stuff like that. They'll submit paintings or they'll submit, like, short movies and stuff like that to impress the people and try to get in. So I guess you could do it with, admission to law school.
Yeah. So she's wearing a bikini most of the time.
I mean, she's smart enough to know what's going to give her a leg up.
I guess so. But yeah, they decide to let her in, even though she has no reason to be let in other than that she passed the LSATs with a 179.
Yeah. I don't know what the LSATs are out of. I know that she had to get a 172 or better to get into Harvard. So that Harvard, as our counselor points out, is a top 3 school. So I'm going to assume that their LSAT requirements are higher than a lot of schools.
So she arrives at Harvard and is, sticking out like a sore thumb because she's basically walking around like Malibu Barbie dressed in bright pink all the time.
Yeah, she loves pink.
Yeah, it's her signature color.
Well, that's good. She looks good in pink.
Sure, but yeah, she also looks a little out of place.
Well, yeah, she looks out of place at fucking stuffy Harvard. I mean, she's in the Northeast. Like, this is a area that gets mostly cloud. So they're all miserable people over there. No offense to our fans in the Northeast.
Now, luckily, she's just like a super likable person. Otherwise, I think I'd hate her because, like, she does, walk around like that. She's got a tiny little chihuahua that she walks around with, too, like a dog in a bag.
Bruiser.
Like, I don't like when people walk around with dogs in bags. I think that's kind of bullshit.
I haven't seen many people walk around with dogs in bags.
Only celebrities and people in, like, fucking Beverly Hills. But she's doing it. So.
Yeah, it's so funny. This movie, as constructed, should not really work.
But it does.
It does work, and I don't know exactly why. I don't know if it's the performances. We don't talk about stuff like this very often, but it's a very well-edited film. Like, the, editing helps with, like, the pace, the flow, the structure, and stuff like that. It's kind of like how the film is the final form of the film is made, obviously, is through the edit. But it's a very well-edited movie, and I'm sure it's not going to win an Oscar for editing, but honestly, I think it should be nominated because it's a very well-edited film. And I think that helps a lot, too. It's only like an hour and a half long. It's pretty breezy. But like I was saying, our protagonist, Elle Woods, does have an arc. Mm-hmm. She has a very clear character arc, a very clear want, and then that want changes throughout the film, and her... Actually, I guess her want is the same. It's just the object of it changes. Because she initially goes to Harvard because she wants Warner to want to be with her and everything. But really what I think her character arc is in the film is she wants to be taken seriously. She wants to be she wants people to acknowledge that she is more than just a pretty face.
Yeah.
Because it's her parents, it's everyone else at Harvard too, it's the professor that hits on her, like all these obstacles in her way. The goal is she doesn't want to just be looked at, as they even say in the film, a piece of ass. Mm-hmm. Like, she wants to be looked at as, an intelligent, well-rounded human being. And that's kind of her want throughout the film. And she does have a very clear character arc, but what shouldn't work about the character, and you pointed it out, which somehow does, is her character is essentially perfect. Like, even though she does have an arc and everything that she's going through, which a lot of quote-unquote perfect characters don't, she is essentially a completely perfect human being. She's attractive. She's smart. She's smart enough to somehow, during one summer, study some and get a 179 on the LSATs.
Right.
To be able to get into Harvard. That's almost supernatural intelligence. So she's pretty. She's smart. She's incredibly kind. She knows how to act in almost every single situation. Like when Oz Perkins, that I don't remember his character's name, but that's Anthony Perkins' son. He's one of the characters in this movie. When Oz Perkins is like getting rejected by girls, she knows exactly what to do in order to turn this situation around for him. Mm-hmm. So she is universally good. She has no character flaws, essentially, and she's almost a perfect character. Well, and characters like that should be boring and insufferable. And I don't know if it's Reese Witherspoon. I don't know if it's exactly how the character's written, because there's so many obstacles around her. But she's not insufferable, and it's a great character.
Yeah. I think her imperfect thing is that she likes Warner. That she has like low standards, if you consider how perfect she is.
I guess that's true. That's part of how I guess that's part of her arc.
And she's kind of socially inept in a way, because I mean, even though she's popular in the circle she came from, she doesn't know how to navigate like real life, and so she's not perfect there.
I mean, I guess kind of like I can kind of give that to you a little bit. But as presented in the movie, it's more like everyone around her is flawed.
Yeah,
like everyone around her is mean. Everyone around her is being an asshole. Like everyone around her isn't just accepting her into this, because she is good socially. Like she makes friends quickly, and she, what's her name? The Stifler's mom is in this, and
does her nails. Yeah.
Yeah, she makes friends with her real quick and helps her. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I can kind of give that to you, but mostly I think you would agree the character is presented as fairly flawless.
Yeah.
And that's normally a boring character. And Warner is presented as a complete villain. Like his character has no redeeming qualities. So one of the main antagonists of the film has no redeeming qualities. Is essentially pure evil. I mean, it's weird in a movie that's as light and fluffy as this. It's weird to call him pure evil, but in the parlance of the movie, he is.
Yeah.
So we have a character that's pure evil. We have a character that's pure good, and it still works.
Yeah, yeah. And the reason he's evil, not only does he break her heart, and we don't know how long they've been together, but when she shows up at Harvard and sees him, he's already engaged to someone else. It's been one summer.
Yes, Selma Blair.
Yes. And then he is flirting with Elle and putting his hands all over her at a party where Selma Blair's in the next room.
Yeah. Well, and he's such a blunt asshole too, because at times he's like, "Oh, you're not smart enough to do this."
Yeah.
Or,
no, it's when he was putting his hands all over her. He's like, "You're not that smart, sweetie. You can't do this."
Like, what an asshole.
And how does he think that's going to get him anywhere? Although maybe it did the whole time they were together. Maybe he was putting her down like that always.
And that's what I think. I think part of, whatever her one flaw of like having low self-esteem and stuff like that was being fucking gaslit by this asshole.
Yeah. So that's, our first indication that like he's not just an asshole because of the way he's treating her. He's also trying to cheat on this one.
Yeah.
And then towards the end of the movie, he's like, oh, I see the error of my ways. I want to be with you.
Mm-hmm.
And is going to leave Selma Blair, who did nothing to him at all. I also don't think, though, that even though, no, don't get me wrong, I loved this movie, but I don't think it makes a ton of sense that her and Selma Blair get along.
At the end?
At any point.
Well, she respects her.
Yeah.
She earns her respect. That's her arc of the film, and the kind of the arc of the entire film is that she earns everyone's respect.
But women who have slept with the same man don't generally get along. I'm just saying that's usually something that will muddy the water no matter what.
I understand. Yeah, I definitely understand that. But I think they bond over the fact that Warner is a piece of shit.
Yeah. And who apparently sends his laundry out.
Yeah.
That's a rich person thing, too.
The ultimate sin.
I just think that's hilarious. Like, I didn't even know that was a thing for, like, I don't know, ever.
Send your laundry out, yeah.
That there's, like, people that will pick up your dirty clothes, wash them, and bring them back to you.
Yeah.
What must it be like to have that kind of money?
I don't know. I think, like, a lot of people get all their clothes dry cleaned or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like they just everything they just send out for dry cleaning.
Not underwear. You don't dry clean underwear.
I don't know. But, well, the place that does, like, places that do dry cleaning, I think they do regular washing, too.
I don't know.
I feel like that's something that people do.
Okay. Probably.
I don't know, but because I don't do that. We do our own laundry.
Right. As most people do.
We've got a wash basin in the backyard. we just throw everything in the bucket and stir it around with a stick or whatever they used to do, and then hang it up.
Got a rolling board. Yep.
A washboard.
That's
whatever,
what they
right?
call it. Yeah.
That's the old way to do it. Now we have a washing machine. Don't worry, everyone. We're living in the 20th century. Oh, the 21st century.
Yeah.
We're in the 21st century now.
Woohoo.
But yeah, so she succeeds. And this is why I think the editing of this movie is so good. The structure, it's a bit of a bizarre structure, but I mean it's kind of a traditional 3-act structure, but it's like it's a 3-act structure with wild turns, because we have the beginning, we have Act 1, which is we meet our characters, we meet Elle, we understand the problem right away. Warner's a piece of shit. He doesn't take her seriously. Her parents also don't take her seriously. You don't need to go to Harvard, honey. So we've got her desire and what she wants to do. So Act 1. Excellent. Act 2, at Harvard, struggling to fit in. Things aren't going well. She doesn't know exactly all the stuff. She hasn't read the book. Taylor Holland kicks her out of class.
Yeah.
The great Taylor Holland's in this, by the way, too, and she's awesome. And then we've got Act 3, the trial.
Yeah, because she gets to be an intern working for this professor doing actual work in a courtroom, which they're like, oh, they're using first-year law students for this, blah, 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 because they would never. They have to explain that.
Of course they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Not for a murder trial. Like, here's the thing. It's like, oh, he's so busy. This guy that works as a professor, an adjunct professor, or whatever he's doing at Harvard Law, which, prominent lawyers do that sometimes. But he's working as a professor at Harvard Law, but yet he also is the best lawyer in the state, at least, or one of the best lawyers in the country. He has one of the largest practices in the United States. And his law firm is so busy that they have to bring first-year law students on the case. Even if all of that were true, that stretches credulity for sure. Even if all that were true, why would you have the first-year law students working with you on an enormously high-profile murder trial?
Right.
Take somebody off of we're suing Alpo for too much rice in their dog food.
Right.
And put them on the murder case and put the first-year law students research Alpo. You know what I mean? It's really ridiculous.
Yeah.
And they have Luke Wilson wandering around this movie. That's the other thing that's funny about this movie. is there's a couple characters like that, and Luke Wilson is the perfect example of it, where he's a character that's just kind of wherever. He's just kind of wherever he needs to be. At one point, they put a lampshade on it. They do kind of wave it away, where the asshole lawyer is like, oh, this is my third year or whatever. This is my intern. I guess he's a practicing lawyer, I guess.
Yeah, he's not an intern or whatever. He has graduated. He works with him.
That's right, because she asks, are you a third year?
And he never answers. Warner interrupts them.
Right.
Yeah, so like you knew right then he's not a student. I mean, at least I felt like that because like he doesn't get to explain.
But he probably seen him lurking around campus doing my research for me. And it's like it's very funny because he, like I said, he's everywhere he needs to be. At one point he's at the bookstore behind her. Why? While she's buying a MacBook so that she can become a better lawyer.
And she's the only one in the classroom, just to show how she stands out with a MacBook instead of a regular laptop.
Yeah, that's true.
Because she has to have the cool, pretty stuff.
Apple has personality, by the way, everyone.
How much did they pay for that shit?
Yeah, who knows? But yeah, he's just kind of everywhere he needs to be. He's in the quad, he's in the bookstore, he's at a party, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, he's just wherever he needs to be at any point in the film. His presence doesn't make a whole lot of sense until it's the trial part of the film, and then it's like, obviously, he would be there.
And he has to not be a student because he has to be able to supervise her.
Right.
Because she takes over the murder case from the professor.
This also seems incorrect.
Yeah. Because, okay, she gets hit on by the professor and is about to quit.
Right.
And
Taylor Holland tells her not to.
Yeah. So she tells their client what happened, which that's really unprofessional.
Yep.
And then the client fires this high-profile lawyer who's working on her case and says, first-year law student, you take the lead.
Yeah. Well, they have a connection because they were in the same sorority, and she took one of her classes one time.
Uh-huh. Yep, I'd stake my life and freedom on that.
This is also a woman that's willing to go to jail rather than admit she got liposuction, though.
Crazy. But yeah, it all works out. Like, yes, it's corny as hell. On paper, it shouldn't be good, but it was so fun and so funny and cute.
It is corny as hell because, like we said, we've got, I don't know California law super well either, but also, like I said, seems incorrect that a first-year law student should be able to helm a murder trial, even with the supervision of an actual lawyer. And then we get to the trial part where she's cross-examining Linda Cardellini from anybody that saw the one fucking season they did of Freaks and Geeks 2 years ago. Great show.
How did we miss talking about Freaks and Geeks?
I don't know, but what an excellent show.
Yeah.
That they only gave one season to.
Big mistake.
Yep. But anyway, so Linda Cardellini's there with a perm. And we have our Perry Mason moment where she basically just like cracks the case, which is not usually at all how the law works.
Right.
It's so funny too at the end of it too when she's like when Linda Cardellini's like, I thought I was fucking shooting you. I killed my dad with the gun. And there's no evidence or whatever, but she does, admit it on the stand. At no point does the prosecution say anything. At no point does the defense say, okay, can we dismiss this case now or anything? No one makes a motion or says anything. The judge is just like, well, she said it. Bailiff, remand her into custody where she will be charged for the murder. How do you know that? It's not your job as the judge to decide whether or not she gets charged with it. It's the prosecutor. The prosecution, like the district attorney's office, makes that decision, but she's going to be charged with the murder, and this case is dismissed. You're free to go. And it's like, that's not how any of that works. Motions need to be... It's so funny because this movie is about becoming a lawyer,
right,
but it gets so much wrong about the law. But like you said, I don't care. Even as I'm talking, like pedantically talking about it now, I feel like a dick. I feel like one of those people making fun of Elle. Like, I'm just a stick in the mud curmudgeon because this movie isn't about any of that, of like what the facts are about being a lawyer or anything. It's just fun.
Agreed.
But it was a really, really enjoyable film.
And it was cute that at the end she ends up with Owen Wilson or Luke Wilson.
Luke Wilson, yeah.
Yeah, one of the Owen brothers. Or Luke, yeah.
What? It's Luke Wilson.
Wilson, one of the Wilson brothers.
What if she? What?
What?
What if she went up to Luke Wilson and she's like, actually, I'm leaving you for my brother. And Owen Wilson shows up and he goes, wow.
Oh, my.
But yeah, she ends up with Luke Wilson.
Which is cute, but a little creepy because, you know, he was supposed to be supervising her, so still.
Yeah, it's another thing like Clueless where it's like, it's this borderline, he was only supervising her for that one case, by the way.
I know.
It's not like...
Not being serious.
But it is a borderline inappropriate relationship, I guess. He's an older man.
Yeah, a little bit.
But I wonder how old he's supposed to be.
I don't think he's that old. Probably like 5 years older than her, maybe.
That's not that bad.
Yeah.
Because they're in their 20s.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the movie. I loved it.
Yeah, it was super cute and fun, and I would definitely recommend it. It's only an hour and a half, so time flies.
Yeah, it's a really like I said, for as much as it's just like a bit of fluff, it's a surprisingly well-made film. It's really good.
I think a lot of it is, you know, Reese Witherspoon too.
Yeah, she definitely carries a heavy load in the movie, and she does it well. But yeah, she really nails this character. But yeah, it's a great film, and yeah, you should see it. But that is the episode for the week. Carol, tell people where they can find their own purse-dwelling dogs.
You can write us at latefee1994@aol.com.
Mm-hmm.
Check out our website at www.retrolatefee.com.
Yep.
And share the tapes with your friends.
I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.